Hi guys, welcome to this update video. I do hope you're having a great Monday. It is the 6th of July and we're starting to see some very slight hints of the tropics eventually going to be coming to life with lots more actions. We've got some stronger tropical waves which are headed to the vicinity of the Caribbean. We can see some activity in association with them, and it appears another pretty substantial one is exiting the African coast at this time. So not at all something we're to see for the time of year, but we don't typically have a whole ton of development in the month of July. And matter of fact, nothing is expected to form in the Atlantic, at least over the next several days, maybe going up to a week plus. But with these more intense tropical waves, they will be bringing more rainfall to some areas, which is very well needed. It's been quite dry. And today has also been a pretty dusty day for much of the Caribbean. So we're going to be talking about it. So let's go into the details. Now looking at that dust map here. So the darker the shading of brown, the more concentrated that dust mass is. So we can see that definitely within the vicinity of the Bahamas and most of the Caribbean, even reaching Central America, we've got all of that is coming in. It's being carried westward by the trades. So this is for today. Now as we head into tomorrow and even going throughout the middle of the week, we see that it's much of the northern Caribbean, going to the Bahamas, even reaching Florida at that point, will be impacted by that massive dust. So you will notice those continued hazy skies, and with a whole lot of dust as well, it helps to trigger respiratory conditions, allergies, can even cause skin and eye irritation. So not the best time to be outdoors for extensive periods of times. But on the bright side, lots of dust, they help to refract or bend the sunlight, so we'll find that there are more beautiful sunsets and even sunrises as well. And then even further into the week, going through Thursday, eventually we're going to be seeing some more dust making its way into the Caribbean. But at the same time, we've got those tropical waves which are helping to decrease that quantity of dry air. They're actually helping to add moisture to the atmosphere, because even looking at the dry air graphic, we're not seeing that it's a whole ton of dry air across the Caribbean right now, despite the large plume of dust which is moving in. In the vicinity of one of the tropical waves here, we're not seeing much of those different shadings, yellows, oranges, reds, which indicate the dry air. Same for this next tropical wave, which is following not too far behind. But much of that higher concentration of dry air is more towards the African coast, as expected, because the Sahara Desert is in North Africa, and that's where we have much of the dry air being from, because of that larger plume of those constant masses of Saharan dust. So as we head more towards the Caribbean, we've got those areas of low pressure helping out to increase moisture, which is the reason we're not seeing a whole bunch of that dry air blanketing the area right now. Looking at the rainfall forecast, though, over the next day, this is what is expected. So with that tropical wave entering, there could be additional periods of some showers and thunderstorms across sections of the Lesser Antilles. Same goes for sections of northern South America, especially for Guyana. And we can see these more vibrant colors out here. Rain totals exceeding 4 inches, but that's going to be offshore, not going to be affecting anyone. ABC Islands will be in the clear, not seeing much color around at all. And we could see some scattered showers and thunderstorms across the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, sections of Hispaniola, Jamaica, and even up to Cuba. Rain chance will be pretty low for the Cayman Islands and much of the Bahamas, even the Turks and Caicos Islands as well. Towards Central America, though, for areas such as Belize, Guatemala, even for Honduras, Nicaragua, we could see some additional periods of some heavy downpours. Nothing very crazy or widespread across the entire area, but there is also a tropical wave there, which is helping to influence that rainfall activity. So that's what we have going on. And even looking at this graphic of the surface features, well, the atmospheric features rather, on the surface chart here, we can see where the axes of the tropical waves are. So again, one is in the vicinity of Central America right now, another is about to enter the Caribbean, and there's a third one not too far behind. But eventually, as we head into later this month and going into August, we're going to continue to have those stronger tropical waves emerging from Africa, and conditions will eventually be supportive of development. So it's not just about, for example, the sea surface temperatures, because if it was just up to that, we would have had a couple storms already in the Atlantic basin, but that's not the only factor which impacts development. There's also the upper level winds, land interaction, and even the amount of dry air, or moisture rather, to support development. So looking at the sea surface temperature graphic here, we can see things are pretty warm right now in the Gulf and the Northwest Caribbean, even in the vicinity of the Bahamas. We're mostly seeing 29 to 30 degrees Celsius, some spots of slightly higher sea surface temperatures. So these are definitely supportive of development. So the moment other conditions are conducive, then we could certainly see some systems, low pressure systems, which move in at the right time, acquiring the necessary characteristics to become tropical cyclones. So that's something we're going to be watching for over the next several weeks to a couple of months. Things are pretty quiet right now. But yeah, I'll be keeping you guys posted as time goes by. So that's pretty much what I wanted to bring to your attention in today's video, just giving you that quick update. And I do hope you found it to be informative. So if you do have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. I'll respond to you when I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.